Hey y'all, it is about 11:30 and I decided that since I'm just coming in and I haven't checked on the seedlings since I started them on Saturday, that I would come by here and take a look to see what they're doing and give them a drink of water. I don't typically rehydrate my soil when I'm starting my seeds. I just kind of leave some water at the bottom of the tray. I soak the top and eventually the water wicks its way back up into the rest of the soil, and so I don't pay much attention to them for the first couple of days. I've kind of let it go because today is Wednesday, so it's a little bit past when I would normally check on them. It is a heat index of I think 105 today. It is physically 92 degrees right now, but I promise it does not feel like 92 degrees. I've been out here for about 3 minutes and I am absolutely drenched in sweat and I'm ready to go take a shower. So I'm gonna just give these guys a water, but let me show you what they look like now. They were started on Saturday, today is Wednesday, so let me show you what they look like. So I brought them in and I just kind of sat them here in the greenhouse. Pardon the fan, it makes lots of noise. I don't know what's going on with it, but it started doing that a couple of weeks ago. But I've got some okra that's up, and I did not pre-soak the okra seeds. Typically they tell you to soak your okra for 24 hours and that'll help them germinate faster, but I guess I didn't really need to do that. And I've got a couple of squash that are up, and most of, well, about a third of the brassicas are up. And you see that the soil is nice and moist. That's pretty much all from wicking up into the trays. I don't typically pre-moisten the soil. I did pre-moisten the brassica soil because the seeds are so small and I don't want them to wash away once I wet the soil. These are beans. They are a little bit dry at the top, and that's normal when you don't pre-moisten the soil, but if you look, the beans are starting to come up. So they are getting moisture. They are not bone dry. Of course, they don't look like those, which I did pre-soak. Not pre-soak. I did moisten the soil before I planted those seeds. But just want to let you know, it's not absolutely necessary for you to pre-moisten your seed starting mix. You just have to make sure you have enough water in the tray. These are some peppers that were left over from last season that I started really late, and they didn't really get started because it cooled off a little bit too much for them, but I left them because they were still growing. I do got a couple mealy bugs on one of the plants, but they're pushing fruit, and I really don't have any idea what kind of peppers most of these are until they start to push fruit. But yeah, that's the state of everything right now. So I am not going to spend a whole lot of time out here. I'm just going to hit these guys with some water, and I'm going to get inside where it's a little bit cooler, or I should say a lot cooler. I should probably turn off. Hang on a second. Let's start to pre-wet this soil that we will be planting in. this fall. Haven't watered it in a couple months, so the soil is really dry. I will come in and top this. I want to off with some more compost and give it some garden tone to get it ready. But in the meantime, I'm going to start getting this guy ready to receive plants, because it's a little bit too dry right now to take anything that I could put in here at seedling stage. I'll see you guys in the next video.